March was a mixed bag for horror. Some fresh ideas, some brutal kills, and a whole lot of what could have been. In this video, I'm breaking down the latest horror releases and ranking them tier list style based on what worked, what didn't, and which ones might be worth your time, though there are very few of them. From screen life experiments to cursed monkeys, let's dive into the horror highs and lows of March.
Open your eyes!
Jack, we have to go.
Bloat starts with a gut-punching emotional scene that feels more manipulative than genuine, then immediately throws us into a chaotic setup. It uses the screen life format, like searching and missing, but without the same tension or immersion. The concept itself is creepy and full of potential, but it's just so rushed and undercooked. I think it really would have worked better as a traditionally shot film. Cool concept, but it drowns in its own ambition. Bloat goes into C tier.
Now, was it?
No!
Based on a Stephen King short story, this film should have been a lot more fun. The kills are frequent and brutal, but that's all it really has to offer. The story is paper thin and all the characters feel like afterthoughts, with some truly cringy dialogue. The characters of the leading twins here are serviceable, but not enough to carry the film at all. It's horror for the sake of horror's sakes, and the comedy in it just didn't hit for me at all. There's no real weight behind it. As I said, a decent body count, but not much of a heartbeat. But that being said, the monkey does go into B tier.
I'm stuck in a haunted house with my fucking parents!
This film had all the pieces that I usually love. One location, horror comedy vibes, and a cast that brings all sorts of personality. But tonally, it is all over the place. It doesn't lean hard enough into horror or comedy, so it lands awkwardly in the middle. The writing is a bit clunky, but the ending did offer some unique and satisfying elements for me personally. I just know this film could have been so much more, especially with the cast that was involved, and with it kind of reminiscing Krampus that came out a few years earlier. Not bad by any means, but definitely a missed opportunity. The parenting goes into B tier.
So much more.
What is it that you guys do?
Would you like to see?
Easily one of the most visually impressive films on this list. The first half is breathtaking, like a living painting with beautiful composition and atmosphere. Then it slams the gas and shifts into a chaotic surrealism. It feels like The Menu meets Midsommar, but without as much emotional depth or clarity. Unfortunately though, I didn't fully care about any of the characters in this movie, which does hold it back from greatness. Well, that and the lack of depth in the overall storytelling. But it is an experience that I think is worth having. A bit of a sensory overload that's beautiful to look at, even if it doesn't always make sense. Opus goes into B tier.
Seeing anything unusual?
I really wanted to like this movie. I really did. The concept is strong. Think Turning Red meets It Follows with a supernatural take on emotional repression. And the filmmaking? Pretty friggin' original, but despite that, I didn't connect with most of the characters, including the lead. Miles Robbins, which is shocking for me as well as probably you, is the standout of the movie, but the story relies heavily on emotional investment that just was not there for me. In the end, it's a clever idea that just didn't stick the emotional landing. Control Freak goes into C tier. A by-the-numbers comedic thriller that knows exactly what it's doing. It's not reinventing the wheel, but it delivers a decent time. Samara Weaving is always great, but she does feel underutilized here. Ray Nicholson though, total scene stealer in my opinion. I think he had a lot of fun making this movie. The story is very thin, but it leans into the fun of it all. For what it is, Borderline is a solid, if not forgettable, ride. It goes into B tier. So, that wraps up my horror breakdown for March, a month full of bold swings, shaky landings, and a couple of visual stunners. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you like this video or you didn't like this video, hit that thumbs up button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell to stay up to date with all the horror content I have coming your way. Stay scared, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.